People, I will bow to you because the book that I received was in English, so I thought that its review should also be in English. The speakers before me were Bharti Kutiala, Meenakshi Faithpal, Ashok Tiwari, Suresh Sharma, Jawahar Kaul, Jagdish Sharma, K.R. Bharti, Sudershan Vashisth. These all people have eulogized Dr. Suresh Sharma, and rightly so. He deserves it. Second thing is that these days, when nobody wants to open the Purans, he has studied Puran a lot. He has studied Matsya Puran. In this book, he has written about Garuda Puran and also Agni Puran. So he speaks about all Purans. I have come to know two things from Mr. K.R. Bharti. One was that nobody could scale the Manimahesh Mount so far. Number two, nobody was allowed to open his umbrella there because the God has opened the umbrella there. And there are many such anecdotes in the book itself which are new for me. Now I read my review. Manimahesh by Dr. Suresh Sharma, published by Mahindra Publishing House, Chandigarh, has 107 pages and is published in a very small font which is hard to read and costs rupees 350. Many historians who would like to read such books which take you on a history ride may not go through the book because of its smaller font. Moreover, book reading of the type is the habit of older people and they need bigger font to read the book. The book has 16 chapters and all are interesting. The book opens a vista of facts that I did not know so far. The author writes, Raja Sahil Varman sent his sons to Vindhyachal mountains in search of the suitable block of marbles from which the idol of Vishnu had to be carved out. On the way, 9 of his sons were killed by the dacoits, but the 10th son, Yugakar, saved by a saint, was successful in bringing the stone to Chamba. The fact of Raja losing 9 sons was made known to me after reading the book. Many history books write about the Vindhyachal marble for carving Vishnu, so it was not new for me. New for me was that men are forbidden to take bath in Gauri Kund in Manimahesh and they bathe in Shiv Karotla. Do you know that Ravi is the smallest of the 5 Punjab rivers? I had read Rivers of India by Radhakant Bharati. He writes that the length of Ravi is 376 kilometers. This is the smallest. I knew that the river was called Iravati. The HPTDC has a hotel called Iravati and Chamba, and I have stayed in it several times. The book, however, has introduced a new name to me for Ravi, and that is Parushani, which means water stream with many bends. The book describes the charm of the river as the king Pururua was greatly charmed to see the beautiful river, the waters of which were intermingled with the rut of celestial Airavat elephants, about whom Dr. Suresh spoke. the middle of which was illuminated like the bow of Indra. It seemed as if the river was being bathed by many pious souls, the best of daughters of the Himalaya, full of ripples and tasteful like nectar, full of birds honored by tapasvis and Brahmins. The sacred river destroyed all sins and raised men to heaven. As I was reading the beauty of Ravi in the book, I wondered why Ravi Snan is not in the offing. I was also gripped by the folk songs. Sai sai mat kar Ravi ki ninjo tera dar lagda. When in Savan, Ravi is full of the waters and makes noise. The folk lyricist is afraid of the river. This is different angle of the river view. Dr. Suresh has taken efforts to describe the flora and fauna from the low hills of Pathankot to Manimahesh mountain as given in Matsya Puran. Already famous as an eco-tourism destination, the Arboretum at Shimla will soon be transformed into living repository of the Western Himalayan temperate tree flora. The Arboretum will help to conserve the rare and threatened tree species of the region and would cater to the interest of common public as well as professionals. I went through the list of flora given by Dr. Suresh and then moved to the Arboretum at Shimla. I found many of the trees given in the book were standing in the Arboretum. He has also quoted that the ashram of Atri Muni was at Chamba. But the legends say that the ashram was at Chamoli district of the Uttarakhand. There we have the temples of Anusaya, the wife of Atri Muni, and a mela is held every year in the month of December. The ashram of Atri Muni is not far from here. The author, however, states that the ashram is in Chamba and the place where it was located near Lakshmi Narayan temple, researchers may find out the truth. I quote from the Himalayan Gazetted by Edwin T. Atkinson that confirms that Dattatreya was at Devalgarh in Uttarakhand. Dattatreya was the son of Atri and Anusuya. That was not the time when son has a different abode, many miles away from its parents. So Atri, Anusuya and Dattatreya are all from Uttarakhand. But as the author himself says that it is a matter of research, the author also spoke about Basholi and said that Basholi was mythically said to have been founded by Vishwakarma and was called Vishwasthali and was known as Laghu Kashi because of many temples there. It is in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Today we know about Basholi as the first school of paintings and is said to have been described as poems in colors. The paintings made here, mostly in the latter half of the 17th century, were marked by strikingly blazing colors, bold lines, rich symbols, and peculiar features, giving an accumulative impact of highly sensuous environs. I had the chance of going there with Eberhard Fischer, curator of Switzerland Museum, and see the ruins of the city. Dr. Suresh also tells that there was an Asti Ghat where the people used to submerge the flowers of the dead. The author has not studied Matsya Puran only, but he also refers to Garuda and Agni Puran in the chapter Precious Jewels around Manimahesh. He says moti may be extracted from 8 sources: bamboo, elephant, fish, shank, hog, clouds, snake, and sea. Pearl procured from sheep is considered of highest quality. The author has given the names of various stones that are available around Manimahesh. I appreciate the hard work he has done in ferreting out this information from Matsya Puran. The author has studied deep the Matsya Puran and has shown the sojourn of Pururua at Chamba. But can we be dependent on Matsya Puran for historical evidence? History is the study of the human past as it is described in the written documents left by human beings. History is not a fictional or imaginary story. It is an umbrella term that relates to past events as well as the memory, discovery, collection, organization, presentation, and interpretation of information about the events.